Hello and welcome to another fabulous catatastic video for YouTube. And you know what? Today, as the title said, we're going to make a bird splodge. What the hell's a bird splodge? Well, a bird splodge is basically this. And I'm going to teach you how to do it. All you're going to need is some watercolor paints, pencil, watercolor paints, eraser, and some watercolor paper if you can. Watercolor paper is great because it will absorb everything, but if you don't, normal paper will do too. And watercolor paints come in, as you can see here, you can get them in a palette. This is well used and well loved, and you can get those from all sorts of shops. And sometimes they look like this, which is really cool, and sometimes they look like lots of tubes. And I keep my tubes in a plastic bag. You can see I've used lots of watercolor over the years. So don't spend a lot of money, but if you have it, go for it. Any paint will do for today's exercise. And I'm using some really cool watercolor paper. So are you ready? Make sure you have also your water ready, your brushes. I've got thick and thin ones. Oh, and don't forget, very important, a watercolor palette to mix your paints on. So I'm going to start. Here's the paper, and you know what we start with? This is a really cool part of it. We're just going to make the color splot. So to make the color splot, all I do is I really want to make the brush, really mix that and make the water, put the water. We're going to go wet onto dry. So watercolor paint is really translucent. So I'm going to get my paint, and you can add lots of paint in here. I'm going to add in lots of color. Can you see what I'm doing? Make sure you add in lots and lots of water. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to splotch some color on. Really water it up. Splotch some color on. I'm going to put this down because I can't do two things at once. I really can't. So, splotching it on, splotching it on. Now, let's add time for a bit of purple. You can use whatever colors you want. I'm going for purple and blue, probably because I like the combination. I think they look really cool. So watercolor paint is really cool for this. You need lots of water though. And then I might add in a bit of green. Okay, just a bit of fun here. Can you see what I'm doing? I'm using a couple of palettes here. And mix the green in. Lots of water. And I could just choose, you know, you can choose where you think you want it. So I'm going with it looking round. Can you have a look? It's just basically round. And that's all I'm doing, those colors like that. So here is the fun bit. So we're going to build this creature from this splot. And I've put all the wet in here, and now I'm going to have fun. I'm going to twist it and turn it. And the best bit, I'm going to blow it. Look at how fabulous that is. So now I have to put that to one side. That's pretty awesome actually. I'm a bit jealous. I actually wanted to use that one. But because it takes a bit to dry, it's really important that we work on it when it's dry. That's the next step. So I'm going to put this fabulous one to one side, but I will add in a photo of what I did with this one at the very end of this video. But for now, we're going to work on one I did earlier, which is this one. So you can see it's all dry now. And you can see I'm very sensible. I'm sticking it onto some paper because this ink can get all over your hands. Look at my hands. And I'm going to start drawing on here. And this is where the imagination comes in. You can go in with pencil and then with fine liner if you want to. So I'm using a Sharpie permanent pencil here. 10 even. And I'm just going to go in with a really light pencil to start off with. Actually, I'm going to cheat. I'm not. I'm just going to go in and have some fun. I'm going to make this crazy bird. Have a look behind me here on the wall of love. We have one I made earlier here too. And I'm just going to do some funky things with this one. So when I look at the shape, I start to see the shape of the bird. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some massive catatastic eyes in. So here we go, round, big eyes. Now you can follow me if you want, but I just want you to see how I do this. We're going to do some little black bits. And then I'm going to put in a magnificent beak like this. And I'm going, can you see there's probably room for a little feather up there, and we're going to put a little feathery hand up there, and I'm going to put some spiky bits here and some spiky bits there, and then we're going to go put some more feathery bits there, and then we can bring him down, and there's one very long leg, one long leg. And two very long legs, two long legs. And we go up. Can you start to see? So all you need to do is you look at your splat or splodge and go, what can I see? You can draw anything on it. You could do what I've done here. But here's some more magic. If you've got watercolor pencils or any pencils, you can start to go in over the top. Watercolor ones are good because they're nice and soft, but if you have normal pencils, go for it. I'm going to show you how I can make it really pop. I'm just adding in some dark blue watercolor pencil just to shade it in. You can leave it where it was, but can you start to see how the eyes are starting to look really cool? Because they're not white, we need to make them stand out a bit. But what we can do is let's put some pop of yellow in. This is the beak. I'm going to have to go over again. And I'm going to go over the legs with a bit of yellow. And then I'm going to get my Sharpie again. And I'm going to just sharpen up the lines over the top because it's a cartoon bird splotch. And this bird can be called, what do you think he should be called? I'm going to call him James. Don't know why, but I quite like the idea of James. So if your name's James, congratulations. You are officially a bird splot. And there we have it. If I had some white, let's see if I've got any white. No, if I had some white in my amazing art studio, we could go in with whiteout, or you could go in with a white pencil or even a gel pen to make those eyes splot even more. But anyway, hope you enjoyed making James the bird splodge, and I'd love to see what you do. Now remember, subscribe to my channel for more videos as we go through, and check out Cat's Art Club on www.catsartclub.com and see if you want to join the Cat's Art Club membership. Anyway, bye!